Amazing opportunity.
Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. This is a new platform that I recently joined. It's called Solaroad. Today is Tuesday, May the 9th, 2023. Before we get started, I want to remind all of you, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a financial advice, and I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I'm cranked out these crypto platforms in many different platforms. Nothing more and nothing less. Now, if you like this content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here in my channel called Passive Income Platforms, just make sure that you hit that notification bell as well. Always remember to invest as much as we can afford to lose. And nothing on this channel is a financial advice, but educational and entertainment purposes only. Now, let's listen to this gentleman from Solaroad platform.
But as a human species, we always adapt. People were afraid when the automotive industry was taking over. Finally, horses were kind of irrelevant. Horses, I mean, right? Now we have a horsepower in cars, way more efficient and more comfortable than horses. And the same stuff with AI, basically. At the beginning, it's scary, but once we really adapt as a humans, we basically move forward and we implement everything as well as we can. We are here to talk about company Solaroad. Solaroad come from Japanese language. What they meant to say by that is basically road to heaven, which is basically from their understanding, there's no limit cap of earnings in our business. If you generate things big enough in our business, you can make $10,000 per day. If your team is big enough, you can make $50,000 per day. Even $100,000 per day, $500,000 per day, maybe even $1 million a day, if you are such a strong builder. And I know we have a pretty strong builders here. So I certainly hope to see some of you making $1 million per day. Okay. Now, I was talking about AI because, as I mentioned, major industries are getting disrupted. We have a manufacturing, healthcare, finance, transportation, retail, and like everything basically is getting disrupted. Within the next 70 years, I mean, within the next 20 to 30 years, 70% of all of the global market, global market will get replaced by AI. That's according to leading experts in AI, according to CTO of Microsoft. AI is 1 million-fold potential industry because that's how much computing power, which is basically the topic that we are gonna talk about here, that's how much computing power we need to implement AI in most of the industries on the planet. Okay, to replace all of this 70% of the global market. AI industry is kind of comparable to crypto industry if it comes to production of computing power. If you are in crypto for a longer period of time, you probably know how the mining of Bitcoin works. If you don't know, then in a few words, basically, to mine Bitcoin, we need warehouses, we need equipment, CPU or GPU machines that are generating hash rate and then producing Bitcoin. We need cooling, we need basically energy, and we need people taking care of all of it. But if you look at it from a basically global perspective, how many people is in crypto at the moment? Like over the last 14 years of existence of crypto, we have maybe 1% of the population. During bear market, during bull market, we have 5 to 6%, because during bull market, when Bitcoin breaks all-time highs, we have everyone talking about crypto, right? You go to taxi, they are talking that they are generating profit with crypto. You are going to grocery store, everyone's generating profit in crypto. During bull market, everyone is super good investor, everyone is skilled, everyone knows what they're doing, right? But now when the bear market comes, everyone's giving up, 90% of the people are losing money, and we have only 1% of the world population that stays, right? And this 1% of the world population that stays makes the most money with that kind of projects, for example. Startups, right? Because the startups are usually created during bear market. We create them during bear market, during tough economic conditions. We prepare, we build, and then we wait for the bull market, and then we have opportunity for the company to exponentially grow 10x, 100x, 1000x. We even seen million-fold coins that pumped during bull markets. Okay, so huge potential. But that's only crypto, right? Crypto disrupted only finance. So it's only 1, maybe 5 to 6% of the world population, as I mentioned, during bull market. Now, on the other hand, we have AI. AI is disrupting everything. It's not only finance now, it's everything. 70% of all global market, according to experts, will get replaced by this AI. And then now we have the opportunity to be a part of it. Why AI? How AI gained so much popularity? Like it's the most trending topic on the market now, right? Because of one business, basically the fastest growing business in the human history, ChatGPT. ChatGPT is basically AI language that we can ask questions. It's kind of Google, but more advanced Google. Okay, you can ask it whatever you want, and it's gonna give you answers within a second. ChatGPT achieved over 1 million users in just 5 days. Comparable, Facebook needed 10 months to achieve that kind of growth, right? Like 1 million users. Can you imagine that? Like 5 days and 1 million users on the board. Like it's like everything's getting disrupted by it. Now, few months forward, ChatGPT is already 100 million users company, and the valuation of it like crazy. And for all of that to happen, to grow this company to 100 million users and basically grow the quality of this AI, they need something. They need basically computing power. That's the topic that we are here to talk about, right? Computing power, because that's what our company, Solaroad, basically does. They are computing power provider. Now we are already spreading all over the world. Every single continent is covered. We have maybe not big teams everywhere, but definitely everywhere teams are starting to build. We have a huge teams in China. The project started from China, right? They were already preparing for it. So we have 600 offices in China opened last month. Already 600 offices, huge events, huge offices openings. Now we have a huge business, event coming in Macau in literally 5 days. We have an event for 1,000+ people in Macau. We are flying there with our teams, with our international leaders, representatives, and we're gonna open Asian market. The main opening for the international market, for our market, will happen 24th of June in Dubai. So guys, until that point, until July, basically, we are in a pre-launch phase. Bear market, pre-launch phase, the biggest opportunity for you. If you don't know crypto, that's where you start basically building. That's when you start accumulating wealth, accumulating coins. So you are ready, you are prepared. When the bull market comes, you are already positioned for the huge gains. Okay, that's how most of the people become millionaires or even billionaires during bull markets. Now, Solaroad, basically, that's the company we are talking about here today. And Solaroad is third-party computing power provider. They buy computing power from other corporations, big amounts. Like the bigger they buy, the cheaper it gets. And now, as a third-party provider, they resell it to small and mid-sized businesses. That's their business model at the moment. And now, behind the Solaroad, there is a venture capitalist fund that is funding all of the marketing efforts of this company. Now, this company's goal for this year is to become the house, basically the main computing power providing facility. Let me just close annotations. Okay, no one can draw. We don't want drawings here, guys, sorry. Okay, now, behind this company is this venture capitalist fund, Solar Digital Foundation. And Solar Digital Foundation, this VC fund from United States, Texas, they are funding multiple different projects in a cryptocurrency industry over the last few years. Solaroad is basically just one of the projects that they are funding. They are funding our marketing efforts. And now, why do we have compensation plan? Why do we do marketing for this company? Because the goal of this company, Solaroad, is to become the house, the main computing power providing facility.
Hello?
Because, like as a third-party provider, they can generate profits, but these profits are kind of limited because they have to share them with a buyer and a seller. Once they become the house, basically the main computing power providing facility, they can create their own power, they can buy their own equipment, and then they can sell it with even way bigger profit. I'm not saying the profits here is small. As a third-party company in AI industry, the profit is really, really big. Like demand for computing power is doubling. Every 3.5 months, there is a double demand for computing power. So guys, like simple rules of supply and demand. When there is more demand than supply, you know what happens with the price. You know what margins you can make in that kind of industries. Okay, I see some people texting on chat. I will answer all of the questions at the end of the presentation, so I don't get distracted, guys. Okay. Now, that's what they're doing with the computing power. Demand for computing power exponential, scalability enormous. Like, I'm in this industry, crypto industry, over the last 7 years, right? Almost 8 years. And I have invested in multiple different projects. I had to build multiple different projects. And most of the stories in our industry, let's say network marketing industry, most stories are what? Crypto trading, Forex trading, gambling, staking. You know, all of these companies are great, right? If you know how to generate money in this industry, you will always be able to generate money because it all comes down to skills. But from my own experience, what I learned, most of these companies aren't scalable until certain point. At the beginning, any company can come to me and they can promise me that they're gonna generate 20% per month with trading, because it's relatively easy to generate 20% per month with $50 million fund. Okay, with $50 million fund, it's only 10 million per month, right? 20%, 10 million per month. Sure, it's like big amount of money, but comparable to like big corporations and the people that are trading on the Forex market or crypto market, it's still small. But what happens when we come in, right? Like a big marketers, people here, we have a people here who can build billion-dollar companies, right? So usually from my experience, when that happens and we start raising funds for certain companies, they cannot sustain them because it's easy with $50 million, but when the fund grows to $500 million or $1 billion, they start competing with the biggest corporations on the planet, which are basically banks, mafia, right? Like, you cannot compete with the banks. They basically set the rules. Then we compete with the biggest hedge funds and the smartest people that are managing billions of dollars of wealth for a living, basically, right? So if they generate 10 to 15% per year, how can someone come to me and tell me that they can generate 20% per month consistently with a $1 billion fund? It doesn't usually, add up most of the time, okay? At the beginning, amazing scalability, it's good, but then until certain point, scalability is in there, and most of the companies after a few months of running, they usually flop, or maybe even sometimes few years. Some, like the longest company that lasted that I have been in was like 4 years, but then the fund grew too big to $4 billion, and like they couldn't hold it anymore. Okay. Now in AI industry, let me mute you all. I hear some sounds. Okay, guys, I'll mute you all. Okay, I think. Okay. Now in AI industry, on the other hand, we have a guys. Wait, I'll mute you all again. Okay, and now you cannot unmute yourself. At the end of the presentation, you will be able to unmute yourself. Okay. Now, in AI industry, in this computing power industry, as I mentioned, 70% of all of the global jobs in the market will get replaced by AI within the next 20 to 30 years. Demand for computing power bigger than supply. According to CTO, the AI is 1 million-fold potential industry. So scalability, zero problem. The more money they have, whether it's $500 million, $1 billion, $5 billion, the more warehouses with their own equipment they can open, and the more they can scale. And comparable to crypto industry, at the beginning of crypto industry, when I was starting, let's say 7, 8 years ago, it was still possible to mine Bitcoins for us. Like, anyone could buy GPU, CPU, and start mining their Bitcoins from home or open their own warehouses, right? But now, 7, 8 years forward, and the only people that are making money with the Bitcoin mining are the biggest corporations, such as Bitmain. We can still buy hash rate, but at the end of every cycle, we basically go, we break even or we are on minus, right? Because like entire world works this way. The corporations take all, right? Like we have big corporations, kind of social media corporations, technology companies. They centralize our data, they sell our data, and they make billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars in profits, right? Here in the crypto industry, we had the same story. Now the only people that generate money with a Bitcoin mining are huge companies, huge, basically corporations such as Bitmain and the others. In AI industry, which is basically growing, we don't have that kind of big corporations providing this computing power yet. But now that's where exactly opportunity for our company emerges, because now the more capital we help them raise and the bigger company grows, the bigger player on the market they can become. And within the next few years, they can scale and they can become powerful player in this market. Once you become the powerful player on this market and you create your own monopoly for computing power, you can set the prices, right? So once that's basically the goal of our company. Once they become this computing power providing facilities, the more they open, the bigger player they become, more profit for them, more profit for us. Okay, scalability enormous. We don't have to worry that company is gonna, basically run out of an ideas how to generate money for us, and they generate really extraordinary money. Now, I covered first part, which is computing power provider, right? Solaroad, backed by VC funds from United States, Solar Digital Foundation, third-party computing power provider, with the goal to become the main computing power providing facility. The goal to open our first warehouses is already in August. End of August, beginning of September, first warehouses will be in Singapore because that's where headquarters of Solaroad are, okay? Once they open it, for bigger builders out here, we will be able to fly there, we'll be able to see, create marketing materials, we will be able to show it to our people, online. So we will be able to send videos and so on and so on. Everything will be there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, how could you benefit and how could you get involved in this industry? How can you generate profit? So the profit in this business model can be generated in two different ways. First way is basically one token, first token, ACoin. ACoin is income settlement token. What it means is basically token that we get paid in our profits, our commissions, and every single transaction fee that is happening in this business model is happening in ACoin. ACoin is a stable coin one-to-one with USDT. Okay, you can exchange anytime you want. To acquire ACoin, we get into the company with USDT. We stake USDT in professional terms. Guys, the recording won't be here. I completely forgot. I'm not gonna start from the middle. So this recording, unfortunately, not here. But every single previous recording is available in Telegram group. So yeah, pardon me for this time. Okay. Now the ACoin, we acquire ACoin by leasing computing power with USDT, and then when we have computing power, we are getting paid in ACoin every single day. ACoin, you can exchange to USDT, you can withdraw your money, or you can participate in this more exciting part of the compensation plan, which is basically staking ACoin and then acquiring SOD. SOD is a platform equity token, and it will also serve as a governance token on our own blockchain. Our own blockchain will be implemented Q4 this year. And then once the blockchain is implemented and the more tokens of SOD tokens you have, the more power you will have on the blockchain. The governance token basically means that we will have voting rights, decision-making rights, identity credentials, multiple different perks if it comes to airdrops and incentives. Okay, that's basically what happens when the governance token is implemented on the blockchain. But for the most important part, I guess for most of you, not everyone is probably crypto geek as I am since 7 years. Most of you are here probably to hear how could you generate money with it. So because of the mechanisms behind SOD token, this token will grow in value, exponentially grow in value. And as a matter of fact, it's already growing in value exponentially because we started with $20. 6th of April was launch of the app. We started with $20, and now fast forward, we have what? 6th of May, 7th maybe. The price of the token is already $520. And then now why this token grows so much? Tokenomics. We start with 2 million tokens, SOD tokens. That's the beginning of everything in circulation. It's already less than 2 million tokens because of the mechanism that I'm gonna talk about now. But first, allocation of this SOD, 5% to technical team and 5% to foundation, vested for 24 months and released 10% per month. That's for industry standards, it's pretty decent, right? I'm in crypto quite long period of time, and it's nothing really out of the ordinary. 10% for community ecosystem, basically community development, node competitions, ecosystem construction. Business needs to grow, business needs to develop, because once we don't grow, once we don't develop, we basically get out-competed by the other companies. So 10% goes exactly for this one. And then 80% back to the contract. So there's a liquidity. So every one of you can exchange your SOD for USDT whenever you want. And also, once we stake a coin for SOD, they basically provide kind of liquidity for us, and it pumps the price of our token, right? Because that's what we want. And why the price of the token is pumping the most is basically the extraction mechanism, payback and burn. What they do is basically for every single transaction fee that we pay in this business model, what they do with them, with the money that they charge, is basically buy back and burn this SOD token. The burn mechanism will last until we burn tokens from 2 million tokens down to 200,000 tokens. So deflation, 10x deflation. Can you guys imagine what's going to happen with the price of this token when there's a huge demand, the supply is getting less and less and less, and then everyone wants this coin? That's basically simple math, right? The price of a token will skyrocket. And as a matter of fact, this kind of part of our compensation plan has been taken from other business that is very successful already in Asia and is on the market since 17 months. The token in this other business model with similar mechanism behind it grew from $7 to $73,000. It's internal token, and that's basically growth of this token over the last 17 months. Lots of leaders from this other business are coming here with us because we have a fresh opportunity, we have AI opportunity, which is more exciting, and we have a fresh start with a brand new token. Sure, $520, pretty big price from $20, but guys, if you think about it, if you understand the mechanisms behind this business, then the price of this token is basically programmed to go to thousands, tens of thousands, maybe even more in the future. Once bull market comes, once we burn the tokens, and once we build the business, the sky is the limit. You know what happens during bull market, guys. Like I've seen meme coins growing million X, like Shiba Inu, for example, stupid meme coin, or Dogecoin, $40 billion valuation. So when we have solid business plan and solid business model, solid company generating revenue, what's the potential here? Especially when we burn all of the tokens down to 200,000 tokens, exponential potential, okay? Now, the burn mechanism is not enough only, right? Because when we burn, it's basically still a coin. It's like it doesn't have much value behind it. And the value behind coins needs to be there. Basically, we call it utility in crypto market. So utility for SOD, application scenarios for the SOD, the token ecosystem. We have on-chain projects, off-chain project, supercomputing network cooperations, metaverse open source project. Metaverse, like kind of interesting topic, very interesting topic, especially during last bull market. If you know, every single company is trying to implement metaverse at the moment. Why? Because it's a future, it's a transition. Now we are transitioning from Web 2 to Web 3. Web 2, what is Web 2? Basically us, me, talking to the screen at the moment. I'm talking to the presentation, right? If I want to do something, I'm going to browsers, I'm scrolling pages, I wanna shop, I wanna buy shoes, I go to browser, I'm scrolling pages. That's Web 2, basically one-dimensional shopping and online experience. Once we transition from Web 2 to Web 3, we will be able to experience online world way better through metaverse. Now, instead of me talking to the screen at the moment, to the presentation, I would be able to put Oculus glasses. You would be able to do the same. We could log in to the metaverse, and instead of sitting here in front of my laptop, I could be speaking to you from the stage. You could be in the audience, communicating between each other, and then we could have more human interaction. And according to Elon Musk, the metaverse will get so good that in next 10 to 20 years, we won't be able to distinguish if it's metaverse or real world. So, huge potential. The other application are part of the Zoom shopping. industry, right? Like, guys, we have some husbands here, right? You know how our wives like to spend our money, or our girlfriends spend our money. Women like to shop, especially shoes, bags, whatever, right? So now what are they doing? They basically scrolling pages and scrolling their phones, shopping, right? Now, once we implement metaverse, they will be able to put Oculus glasses on and go into metaverse, Gucci store, Louis store, Nike store, Adidas store, whatever the store it might be. They can shop, pick whatever they like in a huge metaverse store, put it in their own avatar on it, right? See if they like how they look in it, and they can order it. Company will send it to our homes, and we will be able to do all of it from the comfort of our home. I could be sitting here drinking beer, wine, drink like vitamins, right? And then meet you in a conference room, maybe on the beach, maybe in some Gucci store, Louis store, on the concert, like multiple different applications of metaverse. And that's what our company is doing, right? Implementing metaverse because they know it's a future. We will transition from scrolling pages to sitting in the metaverse, basically sitting inside this online world. For me, the most exciting part isn't metaverse per se. It's transition from Web 2 because it's centralized data. The most money is generated by the biggest tech companies such as Facebook, Google, Instagram. They monetize our data, they sell it, they make hundreds of billions of dollars selling our data to multiple different companies. And now when we transition from Web 2 to Web 3, we claim back our power and we claim back our data. We will be able to distribute it, we will be able to sell it. It's going to be decentralized. No one's going to own us in this online world. We will own our private keys, we will own our wallets, and no one will be able to monetize us, right? That's why I like Web3. Not only metaverse, it's the Web3, entire Web3. Now, another ecosystem application, minor node incentives, business cooperations in the field of AI technology projects, cutting edge technology and investment in thinking research, and blockchain carbon neutrality project revenue, which basically mean the people who care for environment, we have that kind of plans in our roadmap to help with the environment as well. Because it's not only AI, we cannot only think about making money, implementing all of this AI. We need to think about the dangers that it brings to us, right? Actually, at the moment, we have a petition signed by 30 the most powerful people in the world that they want to regulate AI industry because they are afraid that in the AI industry will take over. Sure, that's one of the possibility, but the other possibility is that it's gonna help our lives to become better and easier exponentially, right? Instead of doing multiple different manual labors, we'll be able to create AIs that will do everything for us. Instead of, for example, cleaning home. Like I hate cleaning, especially dust and stuff, right? I can have AI do that for me, robotics and stuff in the future. I guess within the next 20 to 30 years, like AI can do it all for me. Cooking dinners. Now we already have implementation of automation in Amazon warehouses, McDonald's, fully automated McDonald's, right? Like crazy. Self-driving cars, super trending topic, right? Tesla is mapping all of the roads in the world at the moment because at some point we won't need any drivers anymore, because we will have applications on our phone with AI, basically connected cars. We order car comes for us without any driver and drops us wherever we want, okay? That's another application of AI. And now the most important part for me and for people who understand blockchain is that SOD will serve as a governance token on our own blockchain. Once that happens, the more SOD you have, the more power you will have on our own blockchain. Voting rights, decision-making, ecosystem identity credentials, and then SOD can be used as a payment and settlement intermediary in the field of AI. The more utility, the bigger price of the token. That's what we want. That's what we expect. Not only because of the burn mechanism and the deflation, because of the utility. The more utility, the bigger value of a coin. And now, the part for you. How could you participate in it? So everything starts from Web3 wallet, MetaMask, Token Pocket, SafePal, any kind of Web3 wallet with a browser is basically eligible to participate in our business. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. Your sponsor or whoever invited you for this Zoom will definitely let you know what is Web3 wallet. And then once you have this Web3 wallet, we deposit USDT on a Binance Smart Chain. And with USDT, we get involved in the business. With USDT, we lease computing power from the business because that's what they do. And then this computing power is producing dividends for us every single day. Every 24 hours, we are getting paid in Acoin. Acoin, as I mentioned, stable coin, one-to-one with USDT. Once you get paid, you can withdraw it, exchange it for USDT and withdraw it, or you can stake it to acquire additional income, 1.5% in SOD token every single day. Now, what are the staking cycles? We have 3. You can stake USDT for 15 days, that generates 0.8% per day for you, 30 days, that generates 1% per day for you, and 60 days, that generates 1.2% per day. The most interesting 60 days, because first of all, it pays the most, and second of all, after every single contract ends, we pay 3% fee, service fee, okay? If your contract, 15 days contract ends, you're gonna pay 3% anyway. So what's the point cutting your profits if you can stake your USDT, buy basically lease computing power for 60 days, and then pay 3% basically after 60 days without basically losing profits. After 60 days, with 1.2% per day, it's 72%, right? If you calculate 3% out of it, you make 69% profit in 2 months, okay? That's good profit, very good profit, even if it comes to crypto industry. But to be honest, guys, from what I know, what companies generating, it's like basically drop in a sea, whatever they're generating with everything they're doing, right? Now, once your computing contract expires and we pay 3% fee, we have 2 choices. We can renew this contract or we can withdraw our initial capital and get out of business, right? It's completely up to you. If you would like to stay in the business and you would like to renew your contract, you don't have to do it manually, right? There is an auto renewal button. We can switch it, and then every single time your contract ends, the contract will renew automatically, okay? That's the first way of generating income in this business model. Now, second way for people, builders out there. Firstly, we have 2 levels. Listen closely now, that's new. We have 2 levels up. We generate 8% of our sponsor profits and 8% of his sponsor investment profits. So whatever our sponsor's computing power profits is generating, we can get 8% out of it. The same from his sponsor. That's kind of unique. That has never been done in the cryptocurrency market, right? At least I haven't seen it before. That's kind of exciting because finally our people will start generating money from us as well. It's not like only sponsor will make money now. Now, whoever we invite, they're gonna generate percentage out of our investment as well. The 8% comes from the profit that our computing power generates every single day. So as an example, if I am your sponsor and my investment is $10,000, I'm generating $120 per day if I lease for 60 days, right? And now you can get 8% out of it. If you are positioned well, if you are one of my directs, and then you match my investment. That's important. You need to match investment of your sponsor to generate entire 8%. Now, that's basically second way of generating money in this business model. And then now third way, we have 2 levels down, uni level, unlimited width. You can invite as many people as you want in your first line, and they can invite as many people as they want in their second line. And then you generate 8% from the first level and 8% from second level. Minimum amount of computing power to qualify is 100 USDT. With 100 USDT, you unlock 2 levels up and then 2 levels down. Every single percentage that is paid in this business model is paid from the profits that company generates. If you know like how the network marketing industry works, like basically, you know, paying people from deposits of other people, it's illegal in most of the countries. We cannot do that, right? So here, every single profit, every single dividend generated every single day is paid from the profit that company pays us, okay? So that's basically it. We have 3 ways so far. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the most important business part of this business model, kind of star of this business model, we have infinity compensation plan. Paying anywhere from 10% up to 70% of everything our team generates, of everything our team's computing power generates every single day. To qualify, minimum $500 of personal computing power required, then $5,000 team volume, and we qualify for 10% of our team's total daily return from their computing power, okay? So let's say our team is generating $1,000 per day and we are on S1, we can generate $100 per day, 10%, okay? If you qualify, for example, for node number 5, the personal computing power worth of $10,000 must be acquired. Then team volume of $1.5 million needs to be reached. And then we qualify for 50% of every single profit our team generates every single day. If our team generates $10,000 every single day, we're gonna make 50% on the top of that, which is 5,000, okay? That's basically why I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation that this business is limitless, because in this part of this compensation plan, you can generate even $500,000 per day. If you do it smart, if you build team big enough, you can make even $1 million per day. The potential is unlimited here. But we have 2 mechanisms, like kind of prevention mechanisms. So they make sure that our business is sustainable and well calculated. And the first mechanism is basically differential mechanism. How it works is, for example, if you qualify for node number 5, and then you make 50% of your team total daily return from their computing power, and someone in your team reaches, for example, node number 3, then we generate the difference. 50 to 30 is 20% left, right? Because he's already generating 30. Bottom 30, then we are going to generate the difference between 50 and 30. That's differential mechanism. It needs to be here so our business is sustainable, and it has to be well calculated. So we can stay here for a long period of time, years to come, and company can accomplish their goals. The second mechanism is basically cut-off mechanism. Cut-off means if you are on node number 5 and someone in your team reaches node number 5, and they basically cut you off. You stop generating money from this particular team. Sure, you will still keep generating money from the rest if you build the wide, right? If you have other people, you will still keep generating income from them. But from this one guy that cuts you off, you completely stop generating money. Now, don't worry, company got you covered. You create a team, you put in the work, you do Zooms like this every single day. You help your people, you answer, you do events, you do offline meetings, you want to get paid. And you will get paid, no matter that someone cuts you off. We have 5th way of generating income in this business model, which is basically uni-level, 10 levels down, 2% per level. Altogether, 10 times 2, 20%. The good part about uni-level, uni-level, guys, if you don't know how uni-level works, basically you recruit as many people as you want and they go 10 levels down, right? Whatever they recruit, whatever their people recruit, up to 10 levels, we get 2% every single level. And the good part about this uni-level is qualification. Because to qualify for uni-level, we need to reach at least node number 1. If you remember, minimum $500 and $5,000 team volume. For uni-level, only qualified nodes apply. So node number 1 up to node number 7, okay? If someone doesn't qualify, the system basically will count them out and your uni-level will fill in with only qualified people. Because guys, when you build, when you put in the work, you want to get paid. You don't want empty accounts cutting you off from earnings, right? So now in this business model, we don't have that. System will compress and will fill in all of your 10 levels with only qualified people with the nodes, okay? That's kind of smart mechanism because no one will be able to drain the company out of money, okay? That's what we don't want. That's why in this business model, we have multiple prevention mechanisms like this. So the business is sustainable for a very long period of time. And then now, sixth way, which are basically competitions, kind of rewards. The most important rewards at the moment for first movers advantage, because we have a pre-launch, as I mentioned, the official launch of the company will happen 24th of June in Dubai. Until then, we have a pre-launch. So as a first movers advantage, we want to take advantage of all of it because we start, guys, now when we start, not everything is perfect, right? We progress, we evolve, we grow better as we go. But because we start at the beginning, the opportunity for us is the biggest. First two competitions that are happening at the moment are, first one is basically for S6. If you can see it here, the qualification for S6 is $4.5 million team volume. You need to reach 4.5 to qualify for a 6. But because we are in a pre-launch phase, to qualify for the node number 6, we need only 1 million volume coming from the smaller team. Once we reach $1 million volume, we qualify for 60% of our team total daily earnings permanently. The second competition, I think the second competition is for S7. To qualify for S7 in original compensation plan, we need $13.5 million volume. That's a lot, right? But now, as a first movers advantage, because of the pre-launch, we can qualify for S7 with only $2 million volume in our smaller team. Once we reach $2 million volume, we permanently qualify for 70% of our team total daily earnings. Amazing, right? Like pretty simple, from 13.5 to $2 million, and then we get 70%. It's a lot of money, guys. But for the people, I bet we have some people that are good with math, and some of you are scratching your head, how can you generate such a big percentage? So I'll tell you how. Percentage is huge, right? It looks huge, at least, because it's supposed to look huge. It's marketing, guys. But if you think about it, this 70% or every single percentage that is paid in this business model is always paid from, on average, 1% that company generates every single day. So maximum company can pay is 2% per day only. And in the most case scenarios, it will never reach 2% per day because not many people will maximize this compensation plan. On average, it's more like 1.3, 1.2, 1.5 at max, right? So everything is sustainable for a very long period of time. Every single commission is paid from this profit every single day. Now, competitions, we have tokens in circulation, 1 billion tokens, A-coins, not much to talk about it because as you remember, you cannot buy A-coins. You can only acquire them through staking USDT. Once we exchange A-coin to USDT, they come back to circulation. So until we reach 1 billion tokens, it's gonna be years and years and years to come. The more important part are the mechanisms. We have 3. First one is when you exchange A-coin for USDT, we pay 5% fee, and then this 5% is used for buyback and burn the SOD token. As I mentioned, deflationary token from 2 million tokens down to 200,000 tokens. And the price, it will keep growing. The second mechanism is 1% fee, as well used for buyback and burn. And third one is 3%, which I already mentioned. We pay 3% when our leasing contract expires. We pay 3% and they use it for buyback and burn as well. And this will allow for SOD to have a solid upward momentum. And that's what we want, guys, right? We want our coin to grow, especially when the bull market comes. When the bull market comes, everything's growing. And now we have a stars aligned for us. I laugh on every single Zoom that, we have first of all, we have a bull market coming. When the bull market comes, people drop money in everything. Because when the bull market comes, wherever you drop money, you're going to make money because everything's growing. Everyone's smart. So now, once you have amazing opportunity with unique compensation plan, like as we do, the potential is unlimited. And then third part is that we have AI story, the most trending topic on the market at the moment. Everyone is trying to implement AI into their businesses. Hell, I'm even trying to implement it in some of my businesses. but it's not easy. My bookmark has at the moment like 50 different AIs. You need to learn it. You need to spend time, sacrifice time. You need to learn how they work. You need to think how can you implement it into your businesses. It takes time. It's kind of hard, right? I will definitely do it. I will definitely implement it in my businesses, but it's gonna take some time. Now, I am in crypto over the last 7 years. I'm good with marketing. I'm good with building teams. I'm good with educating people. So now I don't really have to be expert in this AI industry. I can leverage the expert. I can leverage this Solaroad company that is already on the market since like 2021. And then I can participate and help this company and get rewarded for helping AI company grow bigger. Now, thank you guys for listening to my presentation if it comes to the compensation plan and the story about the company. And now, before I take any questions, I'm gonna show you how application looks like, okay? So you will understand, and it's always easier to understand when you see something. I'm gonna share my phone screen and you can see my application basically. I use MetaMask, guys. Like, it doesn't mean that you have to use MetaMask. I'm just used to MetaMask because I use it since 2016, but you can use any wallet you want. It could be Token Pocket, Trust Wallet, although I do not recommend Trust Wallet, many issues. I'm not saying it's a bad wallet, but it creates unnecessary issues. So I would say Token Pocket, SafePal, and MetaMask. These are very good wallets. SafePal, endorsed by Binance, the biggest exchange in the crypto industry. Pretty good wallet, right? Just basically brand new. It works very well. I've tried it, but I'm kind of used to MetaMask. It's kind of habit, so I'll stick with MetaMask. You can use whatever you want. I go into my MetaMask, then I will go to browser. In a browser, I would like to paste referral link received from my sponsor, from whoever invited you here for this Zoom. After the Zoom, you can reach out and then you can get referral link. And then you type your referral link. Referral link takes you to the homepage of our application. In a homepage, on the top right, you can see your wallet address, partially at least, wallet address, languages. We have 6 different languages, and then sidebar menu, homepage, official website, wallet, I'm gonna get there. On homepage, we have advertisements, then 4 different tabs. Invite friends is basically where you create your team. Balance are your wallet addresses. Node are basically different competitions, and history is basically what I get paid for. SOD zone is today's price of SOD, $516. And to be collected is basically how much SOD I can collect today from my Acoin staking. Chart of SOD, computing pool is where we are leasing computing power. Staking pool is where we are staking Acoin every single day if you want to acquire additional SOD. Guys, if I'm going too fast, don't worry about it, right? Like there are multiple different videos explaining how can you navigate in this app, how can you participate. So, I'm just giving you a quick overview. After that one, you just reach out to your sponsor and you will get video step by step how to navigate in this app. It's not as hard as it looks like. We have already, as I mentioned, 600 offices in China, and they build offline, right? We have multiple different people, 60, 70 years old, able to operate on this app. So it's not as complicated as it looks like. Now, first thing that you do when you get involved in the business, you go to your wallet. In your wallet, first thing we would like to do is deposit some money because we want to lease computing power. So in deposit, I go to deposit. I would deposit, let's say, $10,000, confirm. If I want to do it at the moment, I would confirm it in my wallet. I'm not gonna do it now, right? I already have enough computing power on this wallet. And then this $10,000 would appear in my wallet. $10,000 would show up here. And first thing I want to do is lease computing power. I go to leasing, $10,000 of computing power. I would like to lease $10,000 worth of computing power with USDT token for the leasing cycle of 60 days. I always lease 60 days. As I mentioned, I don't want to pay transaction fees after 15 or 30, and it generates the most, 1.2% per day. 60 days, anyway, it's not that long. After 60 days, you can decide if you like the business, stay. If you don't, you can get out, right? Completely up to you. I decide I like it, I lease it, confirm it in my wallet. I have even auto renewal button on. After every single contract ends, it's gonna auto renew for me. I want to stay in the business, so I will renew my contract. I have 3 contracts worth of $20,000 altogether, $10,000, $5,000, and $5,000. You can see quick overview. All of these contracts generate for me $240 every single day, 1.2% per day, right? And now, like I mentioned, every single 24 hours, we get paid in Acoin. We get dividends in Acoin. We get our profit in Acoin from our basically personal investment. Then, investment. I shouldn't say investment, from buying computing power, right? Like, good that we are not recording this Zoom. So, guys, when you do presentations your own, we are basically leasing computing power in this business model, right? That's what basically is business model for. We are leasing computing power. And once we lease computing power, this leasing power is producing Acoins for us every single day. Once we get Acoins on our wallet, I basically gain 12,942 Acoins today. And that there are 2 options, what I can do with these Acoins. First one is I can exchange it to USDT and withdraw. I would do it in swap and then basically pick Acoin and exchange it to USDT with 5% fee. That's one of the options, right? If I would like to withdraw money, but I don't, because I build the business, I believe in the business, and I want to maximize this compensation plan. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to SOD mining and I will stake my Acoins. As you can see, I already have $53,000 staked in Acoin to generate SOD. I will add today's earnings, almost $13,000. I will confirm it in my wallet. And as you can see, now I have $66.5 thousand generating SOD for me every single second. The good part about this part of this compensation plan, there is no locking period. If I want to withdraw my Acoin, I press minus, max, I can withdraw and get out. The same with SOD. I can claim it, and then SOD will appear in my wallet. I get paid 1.5% every single day in SOD from the 66.5 thousand Acoins. Okay, that's about it. The last part is building your team. If you want to build your team, you go to invite friends. In invite friends, you can see your level. My account is on S7 because of the competition. Personal computing power, $20,000. Team computing power, $4.6 million. Referral program is basically where you copy your referral link. I would press invite friends, copy my referral link, send it to my friends. And now my sponsor, computing power of my sponsor, partial wallets. My computing power, max zone is basically bigger team. Other zone is a smaller team. In my case, it's a little bit mixed up, but the main part, what you need to understand, it's not a binary. These zones are here only for the competitions, because if you remember, the competition for a 6 and a 7 is always calculated from other zone computing power, right? From the smaller team, because the business needs to be sustainable. We cannot only build one leg, because it wouldn't really work well if it comes to calculations. And then my referrals basically are partial wallet addresses of my referrals. You can see what my referrals are producing. Here, personal computing power, basically. You can see their personal computing power, max zone, bigger team, smaller team, and everything they are doing in your team. Okay, that's it. If it comes to app, if you are still confused, you will get videos explaining you how to participate. And now I can answer a few questions. We already are almost 1 hour, but guys, I have 3 to 5 minutes to answer whatever questions you have. If you have any, I'll let you unmute yourself. Let me just...
Thank you so much, Simon. That was a great presentation explaining how the economic of this token works, the Solaroad economic system and the platform. According to GrantView research, the global artificial intelligence market size was valued at $136.5 billion in 2022, and it is projected to expand at a compound annual growth rate of 37.3% from 2023 to 2030. That meaning it's been projected to be $196.6 billion in 2023 this year. Guys, imagine from 136 last year to $196 billion this year, and it's been projected to $1,811.7 billion in 2030. So it's a very, very, very huge industry to be involved. In Q4 2023, Solaroad blockchain will be implemented, and the governance token is SOD. I remember when I started April 17th this year, 2023, it was valued at $52.66. And I joined very early. The program launched April 6th, and I joined April 17th. So when I joined, as I said, it was the value of the token was $52.66. And now, as I'm speaking, May 9th, 2023, today is the SOD value is $516. That is insane. Please listen to the presentation how the tokenomic works again. If you have any questions, put the questions in the comment section below. And as all I care is, to my opinion, everybody's entitled to his own opinion. It is a legit company opening offices all around the world, providing AI computing power. And since the AI is everywhere in every single industry, it's growing like crazy. I have put my funds in this platform. Please, again, invest in any platforms as much as you can afford to lose. Invest as much as you can afford to. It doesn't matter if it's a Solaroad, any other legit or not legit platforms. Invest as much as you can afford to lose. And as I said, all I care is I'm making 1.2% daily on the leasing contracts, and 1.5% by staking my coins, the A coins, and get SOD governing token. I have a lot of respect about this platform. Once you decided basically to join, you could click on the link below. Again, I want to thank you all for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and click the ring bell to notify when I upload a new video and talk about another new platform and another opportunity. It's a pleasure to be able to bring incredible platforms like this Solaroad to help you guys to increase your portfolio diversified and earn an additional stream of income. Please, again, I'm emphasizing nothing on this channel is a financial advice. It's just for educational purposes and entertainment purposes only. And always remember to invest as much as you can afford to lose. That's it for now, guys. Until next time, see you next time. My affiliate link is down below in the comment section if you want to join the platform. Thanks.